We talk quite a lot. Alright, get into position. Pull out my mic. So he's your IRL cousin? Yes, he is. You've cleared 24 stages. Cleared the whole game before. I think this one didn't save our completion, which is good because that's what we want. We want to be stuck on the last level. Here's my IRL cousin. He lives out in rural Victoria, which is why we don't see him very often. Ah, now it's saved it. Ooh. Ooh. It hasn't triggered the treasures yet because we exited. Okay, that's good. We've actually got a really good file then. Yeah, we'll play on this. Some of the stuff he says to Mickey, I'm just like, what? Yeah, he says some very questionable things. Alright. So. Let's do this. Starting off with the journey begins. We're ready to go. So I was just completing each world individually as an any % run. Is this an old game? I've never heard of it. Zack and Wiki is a criminally underrated game. It is for the Wii. It is... okay. There's actually a lot of cutscene skipping I wasn't aware of. So I'm going through this very fast. Yeah, it's made in 2017. It's like an old Capcom game. It's a puzzle game. And yeah, I quite like it. I've never done this before with like all this skipping, so I'm not used to just how much crazy stuff I can skip. There's a lot of cutscene skipping because we've already... So because we've already beaten the game, we actually get to skip all of these cutscenes, which is why it's so quick. Otherwise, this is the tutorial level. But yeah, looks really cute and fun. Yeah, it's actually not for kids. This game, the puzzles are much harder than, you know, a standard kid would be able to do. So, yeah. Alright, that was a good first split. I'm happy with that. Now it's time for Pit of Tragedy. I've never done the tutorial level on a completed save file, so I didn't realize just how much skippable stuff there is. So that was a bit surprising. I wasn't ready to actually press minus and skip all the scenes. But it's a fun game. This game makes a lot of use of the motion controls to do different actions like the soaring and all that. We're 4th on the leaderboard for the full game run, but we're going to be getting the world records for just playing the game. So, because the individual worlds is a new category that was just made today, no one's actually run it yet, so we'll grab these, and then this is definitely going to be improved upon by some of the other runners and myself. Like, I'm not happy with this run already. I've been going very slow. So we'll be fixing that. As you can see right now, we're getting stuck on the key because motion controls are finicky sometimes. Lost a lot of time then. The classic Wii remote. Oh, you're familiar with the troubles of the Wii remote, are you? Yes, it can be a little bit cruel sometimes. Gotta start somewhere though, right? Yeah, exactly. So we'll be starting with this time. Other runners are probably going to try and improve upon this, and it's going to be my goal to improve upon it before they can, so I actually keep these world records. Yeah, I grew up loving the Wii. Yeah, the Wii is great console. So the general story for this game is the legendary pirate Barbaros, like, you find his head in the chest, like in level 1, and he's broken up into pieces and cursed to be like gold treasure, and so you go around the world finding his body parts to put him together, and he'll in return give you like all of his treasure on Treasure Island, but he ends up like betraying you and stuff. So that's like what most of the game is. Most of the game is finding his pieces, so that bracelet was his hand and all that. And use this magical bell to change animals into items and items into animals. That's dark, yeah. But that's like the general gist of it. So you rebuild him pretty much, yeah, you collect all of his body parts and then use the bell to turn him back into a person. And yes, then there's betrayal and all that. We did a casual playthrough of the game on Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday we did a casual playthrough. Then on Friday we did a full game speedrun and got 3 hours and 30 minutes. Then on Saturday we did another one and got 3 hours and 21 minutes. And yeah, now today we're doing the individual levels to get world record. Now there's a really long cutscene here, which we get to skip now. But pretty much like it activates this whole machine where everything rolls and stuff happens. So yeah, we just get through all that and... So what time are you aiming for? I really don't know, because these categories have never been run, so I'm not too sure what to expect. I mean, I don't know. I'd hope under 20 minutes. That's the hope, under 20. Which I think we can get. We'll see, depends if anything goes wrong. Okay. Fleet of the Growling Goblins, stuff can go wrong in this. We can very easily die in this level if we mess up. So, gotta try and not do that. You got this? Yeah, I hope so. So pretty much you can only ride the gondola whilst that music's playing, because that's when we just got caught. That didn't go well. That went pretty bad. We didn't stop in time, so they looked up because they were done with their bowing. And fortunately, I have some revival tickets. What's up, welcome Organic Foe? We're doing some speedruns for world records. Okay. So that lost us some time, but you know, these runs aren't very optimized, so it should be fine. Now we're just gonna wait for them. Okay. Now they're doing their bowing. I'll probably do this again tomorrow. I reckon tomorrow we'll run these again and fix all of our mistakes. So now we've poisoned their thing with sleeping mushrooms. Turn the snake into a slither gripper. So this game, Organic Thorough, is Zack and Wiki. Unpopular Wii game from 2007. I quite like it. We're running some new categories that just got added today. So we're pretty much creating the world records. And yeah, it's not going very well. We've made a couple of mistakes. This is the first run. We're doing 5. Okay, so they all drank the poisoned soup. They fell asleep. Okay, that was weird. I can't do that foot thing right because I've got an audio delay, so the sound doesn't play as I'm doing it. So it does get quite confusing. When you're pressing buttons and then sound's playing whilst you're doing the next input, and so it's kind of weird. But yeah, pretty much. So this game has the individual levels as runs, and then it also has the full game, 80%. Just today, I got the mods to add the individual worlds as 80%, so it's sort of like not as short as a single level, but not as long as the full game. And so we're just starting these runs off. We'll improve them tomorrow and actually get competitive results. Yeah, the length of the full game run, the record is 3 hours, 2 minutes and 57 seconds by Hero SM. Our PB is 3 hours and 21 minutes, but that's because I made a lot of mistakes at the end. So otherwise, I'm going to aim to get at least 3rd place, which would be beating 3 hours, 12 minutes and 50 seconds, which is very doable. We're currently 4th on that. Haven't really run in the ILs, but yeah, we're doing well to 80%. So next is Founding Guardian. This level is a lot of RNG. It largely depends on which rock the worm is underneath. And so that's just completely random. If it's not under these 2 rocks, then we have to reset, and that's bad. Okay, now for me, it's always under this rock for some reason, but I always check the other ones in case. Because I always get it under that rock. Each rock you check and isn't it loses you some... We just died. That's another death. We can quickly restart there. Accidentally pressed a bad button. Going down that slide is bad. Okay, we get the worm first. So that was another mistake. We accidentally went down the slide. What you need to do is you need to get as close to the slide as possible without actually going down the slide. So there we go. And that attracts the frog. So the frog goes to grab the worm. Anyway, it goes down the slide. And so now we have the frog down here, because we can't bring the frog down the vine. We can turn the frog into a bomb, which we then drop in. That fish eats the bomb and explodes. Now that that fish is gone, we can actually swim down. What we want to do is we want to pull this plug. There's a lot of pulling up, and then that empties out the water that way. So now there's water under there. You want to plug it in again, and that fills it up. And then you want to come down here. And grab this key, which was pushed up because we dropped the water down there. Lol, poor frog. The frog respawns. It was just temporarily turned into a bomb and used to explode. So now that we have the key, we can come down here. Zack is able to hold his breath for a very long time. Okay, keys in the first world are always really weird. Split again. Okay, now we just got to do the boss. So yeah, sub 20 seems to be a really realistic goal then. That was being very generous, considering we had to die, considering we died once and reset once, and still doing fine. So honestly, this run, if done really good, could probably be a 16.5-minute run, I reckon, tomorrow once we optimize it. So now we'll do the boss fight, well, the boss for the Jungle Ruins. Now there's two ways to do this. One, you trick him into falling off the cliff. The other one, we're going to turn him into a massive statue. The statue one is faster by several minutes. So we're going to be doing that route. The fishing one also has another route where you play the fishing game, and that takes like an extra 6 or 7 minutes to do. So, plus no one likes the fishing game, it's not fun, so no one does it. Now we're going to ring the bell because he's agitated by the bell, and his agitation pushes that pot down over that thing. Because if you don't, then what normally happens is that snake statue extinguishes any fire you try to bring past it, and we need that fire, so don't want him doing that. Okay. The torch lighting does take a while. Now, how the tiles are arranged here is, again, random, and we just gotta hope for good RNG. Not the worst. Could be a lot worse. Okay, this one needs to go fully upside down. Doing a 180 turn takes some time. Anyway, that putting down those puzzles lowers this water here, so we can actually swim under and get up to this side. Now at here, if we ring the bell, you can see that gets his attention. And now, because he thought we were there, he's confused. So he's now just standing there for no reason. Okay, moving through these stairs is a bit harder than it should be. And now, because he's turned around, it takes him too long to react, and we're able to turn him into an item in time before he crushes us. Okay, and that's a world record. Nice and easy. That was really poorly done, but it was very bad. We died, but hey, first world record of the night. Let's get world record number 2, yeah?